Hello, welcome back to Memory Space. This is Frank speaking. So now we have some words that share the roots collecting as variants. And we have some prefixes and suffixes are combined with these roots to form these words. And these words are labeled with either CFR levels or general academic levels, namely elementary level, middle school level, high school level, college level, and post-college level. So now before we study academic words, let me explain that us explore the origin of these roots. So we have the word intelligent. The word intelligent is equivalent to the prefix intel followed by the root lick followed by an adjective suffix ent. And we also know that the root lick is a variant of the root lick, and they all comes from the Latin word legere or legere, whatever you call it. It's a Latin word. Because it doesn't matter, I don't care about the pronunciation of these Latin words. I may pronounce it incorrectly, but that doesn't matter. Because what matters is the components of the Latin words. So we have legere, I'll stay with legere, and we have the word has two components. The first one is the root leg, and the second is the verb suffix here. And the root leg or leg meaning to choose or to pick up something. So leg means to choose or to pick up. And we also have the word lection, which is equivalent to the Latin word lectus. It's a past participle of legere, meaning to choose together, and it also have something we didn't know before, to read or to speak. So we got additional information to read or to speak. And the word lectus has two components. The first one is the root lect, which is a variant of lect. And we have suffix us, which is a past participle suffix. So what's the past participle suffix? Past participle suffix. Let's begin with the past participle. So a past participle is generally a verb followed by ed, and it could be either as a verb or as an adjective. So a past participle suffix could be a verb suffix or as an adjective suffix. All right, now we have the root leg or leg, meaning to choose, to pick up, to read, or speak. And lastly, we have the word origin of the word elite. Elite comes from the Latin word elegere. So elegere has three components. The first one is the prefix e, which is the variant of x, meaning out completely or the former title. And we have the second component is root, lit. So lit becomes a variant of lit. And lastly, we have again the verb suffix here, verb suffix. So we got a building block. A building block that's gonna help us to unlock some words that share the root LECT and its variants, meaning to choose, to pick up, to read, or speak. Alright, now let's begin to study some words or academic words in general. The first one is intelligent. Intelligence. Let me change the color. Intelligence. 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 And we have prefix intel, or infer, meaning between or among or together. So between or among or together. And we have the root LECT, meaning to choose, to pick up something, to read, or to speak. And lastly, we have an adjective. We have an noun suffix hence, or its variant hence, or hence, meaning condition. Condition. So intelligence literally means the condition. The condition of what? Of picking up. Of picking up something. Something among things. And we have common collocation, common phrases like high intelligence. Someone has high intelligence. And in contrast, someone may have low intelligence. Or we have artificial intelligence like robotic arms. Artificial intelligence. Intelligence. All right, next. Intelligent. 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 Again, we have the prefix intel. Intel or inter, meaning between or among or together. So let me copy and paste. Between or among or together. And we have the root LECT. meaning to choose to pick up, to read or speak, to pick up, pick up. So again, let's copy or just writing. To choose, to pick up, to pick up, to read, to speak. And lastly, we have an adjective suffix and or am, meaning in a certain condition. So in the certain in a certain condition condition in a certain condition. So intelligent literally means in a condition. What kind of a condition? In a condition of what? Of picking up something among things. Picking up, of picking up, picking up something, among things. Good. Then we have the common collocation or common phrases like to describe someone is intelligent or intelligent guy is an intelligent person, or we can say for a student, we could say an intelligent student. Intelligent, an intelligent student. All right. Next, we have intellect. Intellect. The stress is at the first syllable, so you have intellect. 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 And again, we have the prefix intel and inter, meaning between or among or together. Between or among or together. And we have the root LECT. LECT, meaning to choose, to pick up something, to read or speak, to read or speak, to speak. Good. So intellect means the ability, what kind of ability? The ability of picking up something among things. Picking up something among among things. Good. Intellect. So we have, for example, we have intellect used to describe the ability of someone is phenomenal. So we have his intellect. His intellect set him apart from other students, from other students. Good. Next, we have intellectual. In the intellectual 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 intellectual. So the phonogram T says that here we say the first sound of ch is because of branding purpose. I mean, because intellectual is more easier to pronounce than intellectual, and that's why it's called intellectual. So that's the blending to from chew rather than two, because chew is easier to pronounce than two. All right, got it what I mean. Now let's move on to etymology. So again, we have the prefix in tail. Or in her, in again between or among together. Between or among or together. Excuse me. And we also have the root LECT, meaning to choose to pick out real speed. So it just means copy, and pass it. And we also have the suffix us. The suffix us or tus, meaning somebody or something. Somebody or something. And lastly, we have an adjective suffix l. That's an adjective suffix. Which means relating to something. Relating to something. So intellectual literally means relating to what? Relating to something. Something picked up among things. Yeah. Relating to something picked up pick up among things. Relating to something, pick up among things. So common collocation of phrases we have intellectual development, intellectual development. So it is some kind of a development relating to the brain activity, because your brain is the main system or the core system that sends commands to your body to pick up the specific thing. So we have intellectual development. Okay, now then the next one. Cool. The next one we have is intellectual. It's another form that the same pronunciation and spelling. We have intellectual. 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 The first sound of kush. The second sound of u. Intellectual. Intellectual. All right. And again, and again, and again, we have the prefix intel. Or inter, meaning between or among, or together. And we have the root, the lip, meaning to choose to pick up or speak. You choose to pick up something, to read, or to speak. And lastly, we have the noun suffix l. So let me clarify, it's a noun suffix rather than adjective suffix. The noun suffix a. It means somebody or something connected to or associated with something. So intellectual means what? Is somebody is used to describe somebody associated with what? Somebody associated with picking up something, associated with picking up something among things. So intellectual will be describe a person who has a great academic accomplishment. So we have a common phrases like young, a young intellectual, a young intellectual, or this means a young scholar. All right. Now let's explore more on. Whoops, I forgot one thing. We have the suffix here. We have the suffix us. We have the suffix us. Is a noun suffix. So let me fix it. We have the suffix us, meaning somebody or something. So somebody associated with picking up something, things. Okay, now let's explore or explain more about these roots, these suffixes. Let me explain more about these two suffixes. Now we have the suffix l. It's an adjective suffix, and l as a noun suffix. L as an adjective suffix literally means relating to something, and L as a noun suffix means somebody or something connected to or associated with something. So for example, we have some words like kettle, or memo. The pet means food, and L means somebody or something connected to or associated with something. So pedal literally means something connected to the food. So what pedal actually means is one of the components of a bicycle that you can push around to make the bicycle go forward. It's a pedal. And what memo means, according to etymology, mema means breast, and L means connect somebody or something connected to or associated with something. So mammal means a kind of a species that are connected or associated with breast. So they like human beings, cats and dogs, we rely on breast, the milk in the breast to feed our offspring or the next generation. All right, now that's the suffix L, including adjective suffix or noun suffix. Next, we have another suffix that's worth me to do for explanation. We have the suffix us. It has some variants like us, or are, or or and or and and the basic component is this three guy. So we change the color. We have the suffix us, suffix are, suffix They're all have the same meanings, but just different form. This one in Latin is the masculine. Now suffix. It's just different gender, but they basically mean the same. They just have a different gender. That means male. And we have a female, so feminine. Feminine now suffix. Or we have a neuter. It's no gender. Neuter suffix. So study these three guys as a group. And this is a variant of us. And then is a variant of and enda is the variant of R. And again, this group could also mean not only now suffix, it could also mean past participle suffix. Past participle suffix. So what it means is that this group is R. This group could be either a noun suffix or as in verb suffix or an adjective suffix. All right, let's take a break and move on.